And we're back. Alrighty, let's get this going. So, my general plan is to do as much as Kamoshida as I can in as little time as I can, so I could spend the rest of the time working on yeah. So the thing is with this game is that I like to get the palace out of the way because then it gives me as much time as I needed to do other stuff. So ideally I would like to do this within 1 or 2 days, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of the palace and like zero time actually focusing on other stuff. So once I get the palace done, because it takes 2 days to finish this anyways, because you had the days you had to go inside, and then you had to go back to send a letter for the next day, and you had to fight the boss. I could grind, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I might have to play it safe and just for the boss fight, I'll have to fight everything all over again because so I can get experience for it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I hope you all understand that our time limit is May 2nd.
We basically just have to go to that castle and steal the treasure from Kamoshida, right?
But wait, what even is a treasure? I want to know that before we do anything.
A treasure is the physical form of the palace ruler's distorted desires. In other words, it's the core of the palace. Once we steal it, the palace will crumble. I think. Having said all that, even I don't know what Kamoshida's treasure is going to be.
And where can we find it?
There's no way of knowing that until we go in and find out. But if I had to guess, I'd say he has it locked up somewhere in the depths of the palace.
I think I get it now. We just gotta find the treasure, yeah?
Pretty much. There's just a lot we won't know until we go in. Make sure we go about this with time to spare so we can avoid any unforeseen...
Sorry.
In any case, our objective is to find the treasure's location somewhere in the palace. In circumstances. I expect great things from you guys.
All right, I'm gonna bust loose.
So like I said, each character has different archetypes.
But damn.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking we should choose a code name for you too.
A code name?
I'm Skull, he's Joker, and that's Mona.
Judging by your costume...
I mean, she's got that tail and stuff, so... What do you think?
Wait! Is that what you're going to call me from now on? I am so not down with this.
What do you want to be called then?
Something better than just a little cat. Maybe... Panther? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it?
Huh? Why?
'Cause it sounds more... ferocious?
Yes, ferocious.
She's a cougar.
Don't call me that! More importantly, Kamoshida.
Oh, right. Let's go. All right, let's start fresh and get going.
It's game time from this point forward. I'll teach you guys the basics of infiltrating a palace as we go.
My master would like a word with you.
The prisoner has returned.
Well done. It seems you have remembered my words. You truly make it worth rehabilitating you. I am not attempting to withhold information from you. The essence of the rehabilitation that you must complete will be explained in due time. Once you encounter allies who share your ideals and discover your place in reality, only then will I explain it all. Such a day should not be far off. This time, I wish to introduce you to the aid we are providing. Due to your potential in wielding the power of the wild card, you can handle more than one persona. That power holds infinite possibilities. We will assist you in nurturing that potential. To that end, we must execute your persona. Do not be alarmed. Personas are personalities that exist within you. Thus, you will only be discarding old personalities to have them be reborn as new ones. By discarding your old identity, you give way to a new one. Hence, we call that process execution. Think of it as the fusion of your personas. To start, select the first persona you wish to fuse. Now, before you select the second persona, allow me to tell you something greatly important. Do you remember how I mentioned forming bonds with confidants? Personas are the power of the heart. The stronger those bonds, the stronger your personas will be. In other words, the effects of your bonds on execution, or fusion if you will, are quite substantial. When you fuse a persona that shares its arcana with one of your bonds, it will gain great power. This will be a guiding principle for your forays into fusion. Try not to forget it. Moreover, there is one thing I must warn you about. You cannot create a persona that surpasses your current level.
This is both true and not true.
This is because the resulting persona would be too powerful for you to handle effectively.
Sure.
Now then, check the fusion results and choose a persona that suits your stature.
So what you're typically supposed to do is you're supposed to take Arsene and Pixie and turn them into Agathea, but you don't have to do that. But it gives you Chariot, which is connected to Ryuji, and since you have a bond with Ryuji, it's best to do it with this because it gives you, you know.
This is the form your new persona is expected to take after fusion. It's possible for them to inherit skills they normally wouldn't gain. These skills and specialties are distinct from one another. Skills are traits that can be passed along through fusion.
So, see how it says bonus experience 157? So you see how after this he'll level up and get lunge. So basically, another thing he doesn't mention is that with the skills,
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
is that if a persona has multiple skills, and I mean like more than like, so each persona can have up to 8 skills. If you fuse personas with more than 8 skills, and they both have more than 8 skills, you can back out and re-choose the option to choose new skills to choose from. It is entirely random what skills they will get, so you can keep changing it until you get a skill that you want. This is important for a certain confidant later on in the game. Now, because of how this is going, I'm going to choose Zio, because Zio gives us the ability to still attack enemies that are weak to lightning. There aren't a lot of enemies weak to darkness at this moment, or curse as it's called, so we're just going to get Zio.
Will it gain new power? I wonder. Girls, let us begin.
I am Arsene, the other you who exists within. Though I may disappear this moment, I shall always be at your side. We shall meet again when your fate reaches its conclusion.
So what Arsene means is that even if you use him for an execution, he will never go away. Also, I found it funny that Arsene, so normally with personas, when you fuse them, they have, like you saw with Pixie, like their low health state. Arsene does not have this. So,
How impressive. A stronger persona has been born from the body and blood of the old. It shall be your new strength.
Its worth will be made clearer when you return to the field of battle.
Gather personas and bring them here. Gather a great many, execute them, and continue to give birth to even stronger personas. Developing your powers as such will play an integral role in the stand against ruin.
So that your rehabilitation goes well, we have a variety of rituals to choose in regard to executions.
And depending on the effort you put in, our master might consider further development of new rituals.
Cry your tears of joy, inmate.
Your heart is steadily gaining the strength of rebellion. It seems your rehabilitation is proceeding smoothly. A joyous fact indeed. In anticipation of this, I have prepared a gift for you. I hope that you shall accept it.
So the gift is the third eye, and basically what the third eye is it highlights, when you use it, you will be able to see things. So with enemies, it'll tell you how strong they are. It'll also tell you which items have stuff that you can sell. It'll also tell you where there are places you can do certain actions. It'll also help out with finding clues to advancing the game. And by that I mean like advancing through the palace.
All right.
That is a thief's skill, allowing one to tap into their sixth sense and see what is hidden in the dark. I believe you can handle it now. May you continue devoting yourself to further rehabilitation.
Now then, if you have any requests, we will heed them.
So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to talk to them and eventually, yeah.
It's me.
Do you have business with me?
You'd like to read the compendium, registration? Are you sure?
So what the registration does is basically, if you happen to have a persona that's different from how it's supposed to be. Interesting.
This persona?
So notice how this artisan says he doesn't have cleave, even though I unlocked cleave. This is because you have to register him. So yeah, all the main characters' main personas are based off of actual thieves in history. Ryuji's based on Captain Kidd, famous pirate. Morgana's based off of Zoro, you know, and Anna's based off of Carmen. Honestly, I've never heard of Carmen until I played this game.
Are you finished?
What?
It is time, inmate.
And all the others are based off of thieves as well.
Something wrong? You were just standing around all of a sudden.
Why are you spacing out like that? It's kind of hard to tell what you're thinking sometimes.
Let's just say he's a man of high caliber. We're counting on you, Joker.
So,
where do we start?
Let's head to the safe room we found last time. It's in the first floor of the west building. That's pretty close to our usual entrance. It should be a pretty decent starting point.
Safe room?
It'll make sense when you see it. Well, let's head out.
So originally the Thieves Guild, it would help you with answers for like questions, but I guess they got rid of that. I don't know, we'll have to see when an actual question comes up for the game. But it's used for various things later on. So, as you know, there's a knockdown system here called Once More. This system applies to both the enemies and yourself, meaning that if an enemy hits you with the weakness of your persona, you will get knocked down. If you get knocked down enough times, eventually they will hold you captive. They will hold you hostage. You can use the online aid to break out of the hostage situation. Otherwise, if you don't, they will either take an item from you or take money from you. It's really annoying, but it's an interesting. I like it because it's it's kind of accurate to a real life situation. You know, if an enemy holds you hostage, they're gonna demand for stuff too. So, yeah. All right.
Oh!
So the game, unlike Persona 3,
What are your
so
thoughts?
Persona 3, there was a condition system in which if your allies got too tired from being in Tartarus too long, they would get discouraged and they would have they wouldn't be able to perform as well as they normally did. And if you went back, they left the party. In this, that doesn't exist. What it is basically stamina is based on your SP. So if you run out of SP, it's pretty much, unless you have something to heal that back up. So unless you had like if you don't have anything that restores your SP in this game, you have to go back because there's nothing you can do because you have. Okay, so we have this thing that can be used to restore 20% SP to all allies. So when you run out of SP, that means you can't use magical attacks. That would be like Zeo, Dia, all that stuff. You can't use those if you have 0 SP. You can still use attack skills, but that costs your HP. If you don't have SP to recover your health, you're screwed. So,
okay,
yeah.
let's get back to exploring.
Yeah, so that's how it works out. So I'm going to fight every enemy in this. So even if I go back to places and like the enemy comes back, I'm going to fight them mainly for the sake of grinding experience.
I'll reveal your true form.
Alright, the first move is ours! Don't move!
So, okay. Remember how I got the persona last time? If you say, alright, I suppose you have to do a negotiation. If you say there's no need for that, you can just get the persona back without having to do the whole negotiation bullshit. Sorry, the whole negotiation muckery.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
However, if you get a persona, you will not get any money from them.
Show me your true form.
Now's our chance to strike. Go! Witness my resolve. Zoro!
So as you see, Morgana's gonna do a lot of damage via magic because he has Magician Arcana. Okay, that's another thing I need to explain. The Confidants are all based on the Arcanas of the Fated Taros.
Piece of cake.
Now, each Arcana has different stats, has different specialities in terms of stat building.
Alright, the first move is ours. I don't see a weak spot.
So,
Persona! That should have done it.
Persona! You're tough.
Persona! Coming! See that again, Panther? You're so gorgeous, Panther. All enemies
okay,
defeated.
so how
You, Joker.
the Arcanas are based have different stat growths. So, Fool represents infinite potential. So while they may seem to have low, so they'll typically have stats that are very balanced out, and
There's 2 enemies. Don't underestimate them.
while oh my god, Fool has like very low stats generally, but they have potential to become extremely strong, and their skills are very spread out. There's no, they don't really excel at anything, but they're not exactly weak against a lot either. So that's what they're good for. Magician type stands typically have high magic and high speed, as well as
Okay.
good defense because they're like supports or attackers. Lovers typically tend to be healers, and they have they can have some pretty strong offensive skills as well, but they're typically made for support. Chariot Chariot type personas typically have high attack and high physical defense. They also have skills that are mainly directed towards physical attacks. So that's their thing, but they typically are very slow or have they have a lot of magical type weaknesses. And I'll explain more arcanas as we get them.
Okay.
Alright, so see with the third eye says here, there's this little exclamation point. This means we can climb up it. And see how this barrel is like gold? This means that if we attack it, we get stuff. Like I said, it's tin class. Now you can either get items to sell or items to use for making your infiltration tool.
I'll reveal your true form.
It's kind of random what you get. So again, I am not liking this whole infinite ammo business. I like the limited ammo better for a few reasons. One, you had double the amount that you normally had. And you had to like spread it out between the games. Between fighting. But with this limited ammo, you're stuck with what they start with. And I don't know how high the ammo goes in this game. So we'll have to see. But I hope it goes a lot higher than this, because this is just pathetic. I can't. It's hard to work with such limited ammo. So let me go back. Yeah. So as you can see here, there's things that can be stolen. So this. So that's an item you can sell. If it's gold, you can sell it. Yeah. If it has like that little gold symbol, that means you can sell it. If it has like a black and white symbol, that means it's for crafting.
Now then.
I'll reveal your true form.
Okay, I'll show you an example first. You better watch closely. Zoro, show your might! Use this opportunity to baton pass and swap your turn with someone else. Okay, your turn! Now strike the enemy's weakness and give the baton pass a try. You powered up from the baton pass!
Oh, that's new. So here's how the baton pass works. Every time you knock down an enemy doing the once more system, you have a chance to either attack again or baton pass. If you baton pass, it's better to baton pass because of one thing. Your attacks will do more damage. See how it says damage up plus? So we're going to switch to Ryuji.
Do it!
Another baton pass!
Woodman persona! Captain Kid!
So we're going to baton pass now to her, and this is where... Oh, this is another effect. Skill cost 0. So now...
Nice going!
So yeah, in the game though, however, baton pass is not something you inherently learn for everybody, at least in the original. So for everybody else, so for newer members, you have to earn their trust. You have to build up their confidence in order to get baton pass. We'll see how it is in this game. So, yeah.
Damn it.
Listen up. Still! Now, let's carry out our plan.
Show me your true form.
Now's our chance to strike! Go! Zoro, show your might! We have him!
I got this.
You powered up from the baton pass!
Persona! Captain
Get it, Skull! Pass it on to the second person!
Okay, so it changes color based on how many. Okay.
Looking cool, Joker!
Let's go.
Okay, guys, let's do it!
Okay.
More than likely, I'm gonna get copyright claims because of the songs.
Damn.
So, yeah, whatever. I'm not advertising them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Really, that's new.
That was easy.
Show me your true form.
Alright, the first move is ours! Hit their weakness! It's all too easy. Get up! Okay, got it. Persona! The baton pass makes you stronger! Get ready! Carmen! Okay, left to map! You're so gorgeous, Panther. Cool!
So, alright. This is where a lot of randomness comes in.
Anyway. Really? What'd you think? I am thou. Thou art I. You've got a new mask, Joker.
It's a step forward.
So Mandrake is the Death persona, not the Death Arcana.
Okay.
So Death Arcana focuses usually on the curse magic. They also focus on having instant kill spells. That's called Mudo and Mudun and whatnot.
Joker.
And they're useful, especially for later on. But they're very well balanced in terms of stats. Some focus on higher, but they mostly focus on having higher attack and magic stats, but not very high endurance.
How suspicious.
So yeah, it shows you that. But it also shows you another thing. See these footsteps? These are hints towards the truth of what's going on in the room. So if I pull this lever here and see how it's going blue, that advances the puzzle.
It's somewhere.
But notice how this head is not marked. That means if I pull this lever, it's gonna do something bad. So we're gonna do this. Ta-da, it opens. Alright. So there's not much more for me to explain, so I'll just be quiet.
Now then.
Wanna get going?
So as you see on the map, anywhere that's red, it's a place we haven't explored yet. So let me see. Okay.
Can't the king just give me a reward? Just one person is fine. Show me your true
Okay.
form.
So in the original Persona 5, if you were hiding behind something, they wouldn't be able to walk past you. I guess they put it in this one for like variety. No, I like it that way, you know, because it's like that was like a thing that I didn't understand. Why would it only work on the training thing, but it wouldn't work in the later parts of the game? So we're gonna get money. Oh, let's ask for an item actually.
Nice! An item that was worth all that talking.
So if you have a persona, if you already have a persona as a shadow as your persona, they will sometimes give you better stuff than what they normally would have given you if you had done the negotiations. And if you didn't have the persona, you would have to go through negotiations. But with the shadow as a persona, you don't have to do the negotiations.
Now's the time to retreat.
Now I won't get money from this, or do I? Oh, because we killed the jack-o'-lantern. So yeah, you can't get money for doing negotiations. You will get XP still, but not money.
Okay. I can see it.
The only reason why I got money was because of the jack-o'-lantern that we killed, thanks to Morgana's high magic damage.
I spotted a shadow, Joker.
Show me your true form.
Now's our chance to strike. Go! Too close. We have him. Persona. Zoro. Now, call it fire. The time's yours.
Let's go,
On
Captain!
the ground.
Don't move.
Nice going, Skull.
Let's tear them apart!
Okay, guys.
Don't come back!
So yeah, everybody has a different all-out attack animation if it kills.
Okay.
Out of all of them, though, my favorite is obviously the main characters, because it's just, he has that sinister look to him. So remember this. This is the little area above. Now you might going, where do I go? You go over here. Okay, you see how that one enemy is like red and flaming? This means he is an extremely powerful enemy, more powerful than what you can deal with. Enemies in yellow are pretty much even with you. And then there's another color which is blue, and blue enemies are pretty much below you. So let's see if they did something else here too. Hang on a minute. Okay, so yeah, now we're up, we go into a little sneaky mode. So we jump.
I have something.
A safe room might be close by, Joker. What? Treasure chest spotted.
Okay, so this is
Good inside.
a treasure chest with a lock, meaning that if you want to open it, you need to make lock picks. And lock picks require.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, that's another thing. We have to go back and make lock picks because every dungeon usually has more than just one locked up treasure. So you need to make multiple lockpicks. There's an item later on in the game called the Eternal Lockpick, and with it you only need that lockpick. You don't need to make any more, but that one requires a lot of items. So typically the lockpicks have new things. Okay, so The accessories are basically items that you use to enhance your stats even further, or give yourself new abilities. We'll get accessories later on in the game, not right now. Now,
A safe room! Oh, thank goodness.
now it's important to always visit a safe room because it'll unlock quick travel. You can use the safe rooms to quick travel all the way to the end of the level
Okay.
if you want to. But I am actually not going to do that. I am going to normally use quick travel so you can fight the boss without having to fight all the enemies. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fight all the bosses as well, all the other enemies as well, because it'll help me level up.
Listen up.
Yeah, see how it says here? So, before this though, I am going to equip Bicorn and, oh, Hermit. So, Hermit are typically magic-based classes, but they generally have good stats all around. Hermit focuses mainly on status affliction and lowering enemy stats while increasing your own. So you see how I see Tarunda decreases attack for 2 turns. So with him we gotta get to level 2 to learn Garu. And it'll be good to do this because Garu helps with dealing with enemies weak to wind along with Morgana.
I'll reveal your true form.
Alright.
Oh, this is new.
Don't see a weak spot. Rock to map. So gorgeous, Panther. What did you think?
Who's next?
Stylish?
So yeah, that's a new show. I've never seen that one before.
Okay.
They were nothing.
It's somewhere. I'll reveal your true form.
Alright, I don't see a weak spot.
It's time. You're mine.
Let's do this! Nice job, Panther! We took them all out!
Okay. Man, that was easy. Show me your true form.
Alright, use wind to hit its weak point.
Come. Don't rush it.
Persona! It's almost scary how good I am.
No.
Persona! Take this!
Whoop 'em, Persona! Die already!
Shoulders down. Come on, hold on! Alright, time for a
Persona.
counterattack!
There!
Joker took one out! Alright! 2 enemies remaining! Don't let your guard down! Use wind to hit its weak point! You can aim for their weak spot! Time for my persona! It's almost scary how good I am!
Yeah, now we're getting Morgana's getting low in terms of SP, so we gotta increase his SP.
Game over!
Okay.
I'm gonna save the apple for the boss fight.
I can see it. Come on, man.
This is new.
Do you think...
Yeah, this is new. This wasn't here before.
Do you think... Piece of cake.
Is this...
I see.
Well,
Okay, that's a bit of a meta break there. Yeah, they're basically saying they made this the first dungeon harder, which I don't mind because it was actually pretty easy. You went through it a lot without really solving anything. Oh, okay. Shoot, maybe I should have done that then.
focus.
Oh, there's a hole. Oh shoot. Okay, I have to go back. Because I want to get whatever's in that room over there. Okay, so we can pull on these levels multiple times. Oh wait. This one. Oh, I see. Okay.
I can feel it.
Okay.
I have something.
This is a bit of a weird puzzle.
Treasure chest spotted. Hey, wait!
Yeah, this whole thing is brand new.
Finished.
Yeah, this is entirely brand new. This was not in the original game, not even by a long shot.
Show me your true form.
I have no idea how I cheated that, but I did.
All right, the first move is ours.
It's time.
Use wind to hit its weak point. That was pure skill.
Anyway. Wow. Anyway. Wow. Wow. I am back. That was hot.
Kate Sith, huh?
You've got a new mask, Joker.
Okay.
Okay, so you notice how I'm all filled up here. This means I cannot have any more personas. Later on in the game, we'll unlock the ability to have more than just this many personas.
I can feel it.
Actually, wait a minute. Let me check and see what he learns. Stats. Resist sleep Aggie. So he's essentially a better Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that.
There's two enemies. Don't underestimate them.
Go down.
Looking cool, Joker.
Go ahead.
Not over yet. Persona, dance, Carmen. Let's see that again, Panther. Don't move. Let's finish this. Finish him. How's that?
Okay.
That's all it takes for me.
I have something.
Nice. Okay, let's go. That shadow.
I'll reveal your true form. Come! That's not right.
I don't see a weakness.
Yeah, so certain enemies, even though they look the same as like normal ones, will not have weaknesses. These are called mini bosses.
There!
And no matter what you do, they will never have the same weaknesses that they usually do.
Get ready.
Out of the way!
So yeah, when if you don't kill certain enemies, sometimes they will do this.
Not exactly the best item.
No. This is different because it didn't explain the differences. Yeah, this is different because they never explained the different personalities and what they like. So this is new. Yeah, here we go. This is an accessory. This is new. Before they didn't have attacks. Yeah, so this is different. Originally they didn't have attacks with them as well. They just had like stat boosts and certain special skills like resist freeze or stuff like that. I guess they changed it for this.
Yeah, perfect.
And yeah, there's another. Certain doors will have locks on them, and when they do, you have to unlock them from the other side first before you can actually go through them.
I don't think we're going any further this way.
This is new.
Should we check somewhere else?
Wait, look up there.
What about it? Are we throwing a rope over that and climbing it?
Phantom thieves do things a bit more stylishly than that, and I know just what'll do the trick. Good. Seems like it fits properly. That's just a little something I've been working on in secret. The grappling hook lets you zip to hard-to-reach locations in a flash.
I expected this to be done in the second dungeon, not the first, but I'm not against it.
You'll see what I'm talking about when you test it out. Go ahead, give it a try. Okay.
Focus. Man, oh man, this is amazing!
This is amazing.
Hey.
Okay. So yeah.
There's a strong-looking one up ahead.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Okay. So that's also new. So before with treasure chests, you didn't know if they were there unless you looked, but now they're making a little ringing noise, so...
The cognition here is weak.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna...
Well,
Yep. Okay.
what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
We're almost at the halfway point.
What are your thoughts? Oh, man.
So when he says he's worn out, he's not actually tired, it just means his SP is low.
What are your thoughts?